Welcome back. You know, more and more people are saying no to dairy and yes to alternatives for milk, like oat milk or almond milk.
Yeah, and so that even goes for what you put in your coffee. Press Coffee, one of the first local coffee shops to include alternative milk choices. So, can you tell the difference? That's the big question. Andrew Robertson here to explain with Press Coffee. 7 locations, soon to be 8.
That's right. The new roastery is wrapping up. They're adding the counters and the equipment. We're about 45 days out on there.
Good for you.
Can't wait.
And cheers to you guys for packaging your
There you
cold
go.
brew
Yes,
this
ma'am.
way.
We just had the cannery come in where we
Love
brew
this.
in Tempe at our roastery.
Oh, nice.
We brew 500 gallons at a time.
And what do you think? Good?
Perfect. It's packed with a little bit of nitrogen to preserve the flavor. These are good 60 days, kept
really?
cold.
Okay.
And there's nothing but coffee and water.
Okay.
There's no
Fantastic.
preservatives, sugar, anything like that. So
Okay.
they're fantastic. I brought some plant-based milks. Okay. Some work really well with coffee, some do not.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
I'm going to let y'all taste a couple of these and tell me what you
Okay.
think.
Okay.
Take that guy.
Looks like paint.
They're all slightly different colors.
Okay.
These are made by basically taking whatever the product is, if it's peanut or cashew or whatever, and it's kind of like brewing coffee. It's ground.
Tastes like coconut.
Okay, you got that right. Coconut it
This
is.
tastes like milk.
That's great. You actually have oat milk. This guy right here. So you two have oat and almond.
Oh.
Oat and almond milk are
feel
kind
it.
of just for specialty coffee. Anything else, when you put steam in it, it shatters. It breaks up and it's not
So
good.
not good, huh?
That's right.
Is this the cashew?
You are having the hazelnut.
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 It's a little thick and gritty.
I believe it. And in some cases, the heat, it can't take heat, and so it just kind of disintegrates or curdles.
Okay.
And in some cases, the acidity will cause that.
The C word.
Some curdled milk.
So are you
No thanks.
talking about
like it.
steaming the milk
Yep.
or actually mixing it in?
So as far as steaming goes, in specialty coffee, these two, oat and almond, are really the only two that we're going to use because when you add steam, you want to create microfoam. And it makes a really nice creamy texture, caramelize the sugars in it, and it's almost just like milk, if not better.
You go to coffee college?
Something like that, yes, sir.
Alright.
And speaking of which, if you want to learn a little bit more about coffee and what does Press do and what's specialty coffee, every Saturday we host these classes. They're Coffee 101s.
Oh, nice.
Sign up online on our website. Come check us out. It's an hour long. You pay $20 to sign up. We give you a $10 gift card for coming.
Wow.
Okay, and that's just to
cool.
make sure everybody shows up Saturday mornings. Some people have it easier than others.
Andrew, talk about some of your products that you guys do now.
Definitely. So we are a specialty coffee roaster, so our regular coffees come in and out constantly depending on what's best in the world at that time. If you come into our stores, we have the Brew Bar. So you can get a Chemex or a Kalita pour over of any of those coffees, and they'll have a menu with what do they taste like. Do you want something with big raspberry notes, or do you want something more floral with jasmine? And none of those, I would almost say don't add any cream or sugar to those without trying them, because all of our coffees are roasted in such a way that they don't need anything added. They don't need cream or sugar to mask anything, and it's very much like wine in that regard.
So
nice.
I have a burning question. Does
Please.
the darker bean, darker roast mean more caffeine?
Quite the opposite. So whenever you roast coffee, the higher you go, and that's a very good question because it's usually assumed like, oh, Starbucks has the most caffeine. If they do, it's because they're using Robusta or another strain of coffee that has a higher content. We only use Arabica, as all specialty does. And so caffeine content, when you go over what they call second crack, every degree beyond that, you're losing caffeine. It
Your
just-
passion and knowledge is so contagious. Thank you so much. Visit Press Coffee. It's all delicious. We appreciate
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much
Cheers,
for laying
Kim.
some knowledge on us.
Cheers
My pleasure.
to the microphone
Yeah,
and
microphone.
more.